Okay, so here we are with another round of the Gladiator Guild Manager. And what we've got going on is the championship's coming up, but the unfortunate situation of basically my whole team just got murked. So we're going to have to revive everybody. I don't want to, I thought about it and I don't want to skip it. I at least want to give it the old college try, as they say. So we're going to spend the mana crystals to revive these people, and whoo boy, that was expensive. We look in the Gladiator Guild real quick, and we're just not really sure about anybody here. If we really need it, we probably just revive this guy as it is. Okay, so that's the situation we're in. We don't really have any money anyway to buy anybody, right? Because I spent all of my money and then I had to pay wages, and that really messed me over pretty good. So we're going to jump into the Mana Tower, and we'll do the quest after this one. I got to be a little careful because my dog is sitting right behind my chair, and if I back up even an inch, I'm going to roll over his little paws. So I gotta keep that in mind. Okay, let's see. We're going to throw in our front line here because they've got a pretty beefy front line boy here. With stealth, starts invisible and leaves. Question is, are these guys front line people on their team? Because I forget. It's actually been quite a while since I fired up this game again. And I forget if those guys are gonna hit the front line or not. We'll go ahead and throw in the hunter. And this looks like it could be good. I don't need these 3 people on the front line, though. I think I'll take out the rhino, and I'll throw in this archer. And let's see how this goes. All right, so we do get the freeze on all of these stealth boys, which is what we wanted right away. Very unfortunately, both of my healers are gone. Man, they hit them real hard. Wow. That fight was rougher than I expected, for sure. And I'm going to be spending a lot of crystals to bring my people back. Holy moly. I'm going to need to pop in the necromancer when I can. Okay, so here we've got this. Let's go ahead and do something similar. Bring you in and bring you in. Put you a little bit farther back. They've got a necromancer too. Who is this? A dark mage. What do you do? Deals a lot of damage to enemies in the area of 2.51, pulling them towards the center. Cast a curse of death mark on the enemy. Once the enemy health is below 30%, the curse is activated, killing them. Whew. Okay, so we got to make sure that she hits that on my front line and then doesn't cast it on them. Because I think my issue that last round was that, unfortunately, everybody kind of got pulled into the center here, and then she just hit a bunch of them all at once with her AoE shot. Boy, kind of wish this was a 10 right now. You know what I mean? Let's bring you up here and just make sure that you are targeting that one. And then, oh no, I don't want to change fight. Yeah, let's go. So there's the cast. And so far it looks like the cast actually hasn't hurt me that much. So I did a good job separating out, spreading out my healers and not getting them so close. I think was a really good move. We made it through that fight without any deaths, which is brilliant. Boy, we could go up against a row of strong Stormbreakers. I'm not too worried about that. Don't really want to go up against more dark mages, to be honest, although we do get 10 people in this one. I think I'll go ahead and do this again then. So we'll throw in the knight and you and you. We'll get my 2 healers in. Same thing, put them way in the back and spread them out a little bit. Get in a hunter up there and there. Put my necromancer there and give me a warg and another warg. And basically what's going to happen with these wargs is they're going to heavily target these, what were they called? Dark mages. I want to call them Mage Knight, but that's a board game. All right, let's go in. So the wargs go in. They get their hits off. Unfortunately, I wish they would have tag teamed the same character, which they didn't. My healers are down. That's really too bad. My necromancer's still up, and my necromancer brought back my other healer, or first healer, whichever. I don't know if other is the right word there. Brought back both of the healers. Excellent. So I got 3 healers on the board there. Now this is what I was wondering, right? If the Necromancer brings someone back, are they still dead? And yes, apparently they are. But also apparently there's no limit on how many times the Necromancer can bring them back. So actually I had 3 priestesses on the board at the end of that fight. This is costing a heavy toll on my mana for sure. Let's go ahead and do this one. This one doesn't look like it's going to be too hard. They don't have characters that can really focus my back line except for this Pyromancer, which what I will do is get you and then even you and you down here. And I'm going to make sure that my wargs focus this Pyromancer and even my hunter. I really want to knock out that Pyromancer. I'll probably put that up to a 7, but I'll go ahead and focus this druid for a 10. Just because we don't need literally every single person on the Pyromancer. And nice, she fell down right out of the gate. She tripped, and that kept her from shooting off the fireball, so we're going to get through this one clean and easy. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, again, we got a similar type of fight over here. They do have 1 warg, which I don't quite like. What I think we do is we go like this, and this time I think we bring in the Cryomancer and have the Cryomancer kind of target that warg out of the gate just to get the freeze on him. And we'll even swap you and make sure you also kind of shoot that warg. Get the knockdown, get the freeze. We just want to make sure we don't lose anyone. The archer, please focus their archer. And this hunter, please focus this archer down here. And then what we're going to throw in is I've got 2 more, huh? We'll go warg, and we'll make these wargs shoot this strong level druid right in here. And that should be good. The only thing I'm really worried about actually is this mace wielder down here. So perhaps I think I bring you here. And that should aggro him up, and then also these guys down. It doesn't quite. He goes in for the hunter anyway, which is too bad, too bad. We need to make sure he stays alive. This warg did get through, which is also too bad, but we're looking okay. So the plan there didn't quite shoot off the way we wanted it to, but in the end, yeah, nobody died. And my mace wielder levels up. We'll go ahead and give him some strength bonus. And the priestess levels up. She's up to 20 now. Boy, I don't actually have anything good for her right now. And I just learned something, that if I right click it, it automatically clicks in. That would have been nice to know. They need like a, you know, like a little, oh, here's a, you know, tool tips, like little hotkey things that should be notified to us. Okay, next fight. What is this, by the way? What kind of weather thing is that? We got the mana assassins, which we're not huge fans of. We've got the dark mages over here, 3 of them, which are also not huge fans of. We could do this one, but we only get 7 units. I think we go here, and what we do is we go like so. Again, really keep you guys in close to draw the aggro from the dark mages. We put my priestesses way in the back, just like last time. We get the Cryomancer, and we have you freeze off the dark mages. And we go hunter and then you have to focus these dark mages as well. Go 9, and then up to 8. And then they got this metal brute down here, which I don't like. I am going to put in the Necromancer, and then I'm going to throw in my Iron Scarab down here just for a little tank v tank action. That'll keep him busy for basically the whole match. The freeze went off perfectly, but we didn't take out these dark mages as fast as we would have liked. My hunter goes down. Necromancer's going to have to bring him back, which he brings back the healer. Wow, I've got 3 healers on the board. I do want this Necromancer to bring back my hunter. I wonder if I can prioritize how that works. Only this Iron Brute is left. And he's getting frozen and everything. Great. So I think I have to bring back both of my priestesses. Just one. Just one priestess, one hunter. Not too bad. Not too bad. Mana crystals are down to 70. We only got to make sure they don't dip below a 40. Really would have liked to have had an extra item for my priestess here. And we've got some consumables. We've got 2 more fights. 2 more fights. I think we'll make it. This is not going to be a hard fight here. We just throw in our frontline tanks. We get you way in the back. Give me an archer. Give me a freezy boy. And we tell the archer to focus the necromancer and then kind of get the machine guns. And this should be good. The freeze got a lot of people going off in the freeze there. Let's go ahead and speed this up because I think it should be good. Only thing we got to worry about is the berserkers breaking through our front line and going for the healers, which they don't. Sometimes they like to shoot through like that, but this time they did not. We're on the last fight, which is excellent. Don't really like the look of the wargs here, nor do I like the look of them here. This is not so bad. A line of just tanks. Tanks is the issue here. Fine. My tanks have consistently proven to be just absolutely beastly in staying alive. So we are not worried about that. We're going to go Archer, Archer, and Archer Hunter, and we make sure that these guys focus the priestesses. That's the only thing I'm really worried about. And we'll bring in the Necromancer. No, we won't bring in the Necromancer. We don't need him. And we'll bring in a Warg just to shoot these backline people here and fight. I think this should be absolutely fine. The only reason that this might go badly is if they just have so much stamina that they out-stamina us. But I don't foresee that happening. Like I said, this should be a fine fight. Anytime you see a lineup of enemies that's full of tanks, pick that. Pick that. It doesn't matter what skull rating the AI gives it. It's the easy fight. It's the easy fight. Okay, so that was good. Victory, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Open these up. Nice. We got some money, so we're back in the positive. Get a couple of consumables, some boots. Great. And then this priestess, we don't really need to give this to you, but we'll just put it in there for now because she might as well have something. So that's great. So we beat the mana tower. The question is, what's next, right? What is next? Nothing else opens up. We've got a couple of, we've got 2 quests that we got to do, but I don't know what else there is. We can look here in the guild. The Cursed Keep. This isn't particularly new. Able to hire banshees, units that can cast curses and make enemies lose their mind for a few seconds, making them unable to do anything. It's actually not so bad, to be honest. Won the last championship. There it is. So there's the end game. Before we click this, we are going to try and do these other quest lines as well.
We spotted a big poisonous monster from Witch Swamp on its way to the town. The witches have decided to test my patience.
Alrighty. Yeah, we got this. What am I? Oh, I'm up against a boss. Swamp Fiend. Okay. Oh, right. I did this one. Exhales breath at surrounding enemies, area of 3, pushing them away and knocking them down for 1 second. No, I didn't do this one. Also, sets them poisoned, draining 6,000 stamina over 5 seconds. Woo! 3 acid projectiles. Range 25. So that's basically anywhere, dealing 1,300 damage. Poisoning, making them lose stamina. Okay, so this is a battle of stamina, unfortunately. We're going to bring in you, and we're going to bring in you, and then we're going to keep my healers in here. And then we're going to go Hunter, Archer, and we're going to go for Necromancer because I think this is going to be a long fight. And we're going to give the Necromancer a stamina buff, which will be good. And then in addition to that, we're going to grab the Druid as well. And hopefully this guy just focuses these 2 tanks and then is good. But yeah, so his spikes go out to them. Fine. Soak the damage. That's the only job that they got to do. His health is going down. Everything looks good. He's kind of shooting this Hunter a little bit, but it's no biggie. This is going to be a win. And the Necromancer is making clones of my dead mace wielder, but he's making clones faster than he can kill them off. That is so funny. Look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's alive. There's like another one down there. How many times did the mace wielder die on that?
Not having to see that giant frog reach my town. I will send scouts to find witch camps and end this nonsense for good. I'll reach out once we have their location.
This is a great item right here. And we're going to go ahead and fill up a little bit on mana tokens again. Let's make sure that... What is this one? The store damage then explodes for 25%. Okay. Let's go ahead and make sure that you get this item in, because that's going to be pretty good. All right, and then let's just see what this is. Does this trigger endgame stuff, or does it not?
Congratulations, lad! You finished the last championship arena!
Sweet!
Finish the remaining main quests, then come back here.
I don't see any main quests. Sure, I wonder what he's gonna reply.
You're likely between the quests. Use the timeline fast forward button to move forward and wait for quests to appear.
Okay, all right. I gotta say, I appreciate it when games just straight up say, click this button. All right, like I don't need so much suspension of disbelief that they can't just tell me like, click this button, right? Instead of trying to be like cute about it, like, oh, sleep really fast or something like that, which is just stupid. Let's go ahead and bring you back. I do want to check the gladiator market real quick. Like, am I up to level? Yeah, 27, right? Am I up to level 30? That's what I'm wondering because I beat that last one. I think I am. So I could grab this guy. No traits though, which is unfortunate. All right, some dwarves have to die. Can I do this one yet? It's sitting there for some reason, right?
The last board member arrived at Manatap.
Oh, right, the juggernaut thing. Yeah, let's do this. I think the necromancer will help see us through. What was your thing again? Rapid fire fires 10 bullets. That's pretty good. And then getting hit by melee attack hits the unit back, dealing a lot of damage. Okay, so here's what we do, is we do put in our tanks. Maybe not you, though. Put in you. And we do put in our necromancer to make sure everybody is going to be brought back. We do bring in 2 healers, and then we also bring in a hunter. So we've got pretty good backline people, right? This is what we needed them for, so that he's not getting hit by melee. I foresee this being a quick win. Any of these tanks die? Yeah, right, them, they get killed? Fine. Look how many times the necromancer is bringing back this scarab. Holy moly. That guy's a beast. I should have gotten a necromancer sooner.
You're a miracle worker. Remember these words. The things you did will help me change the course of history. You have my utmost gratitude.
That's right. Okay, we'll take mana crystals again. 8 seconds after the battle starts, heals allies for 50% of their max health in the area of 3. This is nice, but not necessarily super necessary. We are glad to be of assistance. I'm going to go ahead and put these things down here real quick, though. And let's just go ahead and zoom along and wait for the next quest. Okay, item market. This also should be up to something like level 30, right? Here's an amazing experience potion. A level 30 hat. Stamina and health and movement speed, not so bad. A level 29 Spellbinder ring increases intelligence by 58. I know exactly who's getting that. There we go. Oh, she's already got it. I'm a dunce. Shadow Weave Mage Robe. Does she have that? Shadow Weave Mage Robe. Yeah, geez, she's got everything that we need. It makes all enemies in an area of 1.75 around lose 12% of their maximum health every 4 seconds. All enemies. That could be good for a boss. I want to buy that. Really? Let's do it. Let's buy that. That could be a really beefy boss item. We'll go to trade real quick. And what we're going to do is we are going to actually sell off some of this stuff so that when the time rolls around, we are not in debt anymore. These mana crystals are pricey. And let's go ahead and sell off 115 wood. Sell. Boom. Okay. And then let's speed up the timeline. Okay, Swamp Witch Hunt 2.
Their camp has been found. I want your fighters to show those witches what they get for attacking my region.
You got it. Show those witches. Bring them down. Oh, shoot. I clicked it too soon. We're just going to surrender real quick.
You cannot let those witches get
Yeah,
away.
whatever.
We need to repel them further. Punish them until they hide deeper within the...
Click to skip. Yeah, we'll hop to it. Okay, great. We'll speed up the timeline, and we'll hit this one as soon as my people revive. Nothing interesting there. Item market. Items are on sale. Again, it's basically the same on what we were just looking at. Okay, excellent. Speed on up. These people are healing, and there they go.
Their camp has...
Okay, you got it, lady. Favored of the Baroness, or not so favored. That's what it feels like sometimes. Anybody know what that reference is? Okay, maybe the two people. Oh man, these birds just come straight for the back line. That's not so fun to see. But basically, these guys are just doing absolutely nothing. They're shooting some little void orb, and it doesn't do diddly squat.
Lovely.
Yes. Yes, I know. Thank you. We'll go ahead and take these. And sure. Why not that? Okay, they deserved it. And we'll keep speeding along. There's another tournament coming up, but we don't need it. We'll go ahead and Swamp Witch Hunt 3.
A large witch camp deeper within the swamps. I am positive this is their central location. Defeat them here, and our witch problems are over.
Yay! Let's do it. This should be easy peasy. I get 8 people on the board, huh? 1, 2. Let me get a freezy boy so they don't kind of just run through to the back. And there we go. I am a little sad that we don't use wargs much anymore. It's too bad. I really like that because I like my dog. So I like having dogs on the board. It's fun. I lost my cryomancer, but nah. Big whoop. Big whoop.
Thank you, guild owner. Deadwoods is in your debt for getting rid of those cursed vermin. It is likely there are a few left scattered around the swamp, but nothing to concern us any longer.
Oh yeah, sure. That's going to come back to bite us. Okay, so I mean, this is basically the end game, right? We beat all the tournaments. Fair to say we beat the game. Any more quests going to pop up? I don't know. So what are final thoughts on this game? It needs more fleshing out, but it is fun. I would say currently the number of quests don't match the number of tournaments. Oh.
A gathering of stone golems broke into the mana tower, smashing everyone in their sight.
I'm just gonna X that for a second, and I'm just gonna call this game as finished and over. So yeah, the game could have a little more fleshing out. Again, it is in early access. You can see down here, right? It's not scheduled to come out for months more. It's got a number of tournaments, which is really, really cool, but it could use other things. I'd like to have a greater sense of feeling like I'm changing maybe this little village. I'm somehow adored by all 3 factions. There's an update coming out in a couple of weeks, which is supposed to change that and make it more pricey. If you do something for this faction, it may be not so great for them. But there's that. There's a ton of different kinds of gladiators. I mean, you can look at all these. I mean, I can upgrade all of these like right now and buy them all. There's a ton of kinds of gladiators. I do wish there was a little bit more of a fun way to kind of mess with synergies. Like, I mean, it is cool, but it's also, it needs more. There needs to be more ways to like interrupt. The maps need to not be just a big circle, all those kinds of things. I don't know, for the 2 of you who watch this, all 2 people, I wonder what you think about this. You know, what would you maybe change and put in? This mana tower, the final championship, feels like it should be more. It shouldn't be 8 rounds per championship. That's way too long. This first one should start off as like 3. I mean, like it was 5, 6, 7, and then it's just 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, right? Or 7 here again, and then just 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. 8 is way too long, especially when some of those lineups repeat themselves or are repetitive in nature. But still, it was a fun game, and it's not highly priced. I think it's fair and worth the money that goes in. And I think especially when 1.0 comes out and they get more into this, I think it will definitely be worth it. And it can be a lot of fun. It would be a lot of fun to try other gladiators to start off with and see how it goes. I wish I had figured out a little bit sooner on that the way to level up and get faster isn't to start with some gladiator and XP them and carry them all the way to the end, but it's to eventually just say, don't need you anymore. There's higher level gladiators in the shop. I'm just going to buy them and replace you and sell you. The only gladiator I took to the very end was the knight. These 2 priestesses kind of made it to the end, and then that was it. Even my wargs early on got replaced eventually. Yeah, so there you go. This guy, never used him again. There you go. So interesting game, and that's it. Basically, it's just the end game. You just finish out the final quest lines, which I'm probably not going to bother with for the moment. So that was it. That's Gladiator Guild Manager, and it was pretty interesting and fun to try. I appreciate you hanging out and watching, if you did watch all the way in, just to hear my thoughts. Man, more power to you. I'm a nobody. Who cares what I think? Anyway, see you later. Bye-bye.